And there we go again. It is time for the Battle of Central Europe. TCN playing versus OslikG, a very equal game. At least it started like that, but in the end, TCN very dominant, building the right items exactly to counter. Like OslikG, they tried to like counter steer there, but it didn't work out in the end. So they were pretty much pinned down to their base, and TCN then in a very convincing battle at the end, which was kind of a bit goofy here because it was diebacks and everything. It was, oh well. In the end, TCN makes it a 1-0. The whole thing is a best of 3, of course, and it's pretty much the dawn of the finals. So, like, whoever wins here is like a huge step further. Like, if I look at it, I think we are, yeah, like the winner of this is already in the semi-finals. So this is definitely interesting. So now it also gets interesting because the money and everything is, yeah, I think 500 is there for the first winner, which is not too much, but the Battle of Central Europe is coming back in another season with more prize pool then. But still, for those teams, it looks very promising. Either way, my name is Heflemo, coming with me is Benji, and let's hop into the draft.
Yep, as we do actually see the Lycan getting picked up immediately by TCN. Very nice initial pickup. And then the Shadow Demon plus Darkseer combo coming out in response. There was actually two heroes they picked up last time. They both did work okay for them. But really it was the Brewmaster. But this time they get banned out by TCN, as they're the ones to pick up Marauder themselves.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, so far, yep, TCN ban directly the first Brewmaster. They're like, yes, like as long as OslikG doesn't have the Brewmaster, we don't need it. So the most important thing is we just don't want to give it to them. But instead it is like a Marana, Shadow Demon and Darkseer.
Now it is worth noting they did ban out the Ember Spirit, which, you know, I do feel is actually a rather nice ban by TCN. Yes, they didn't win the game, OslikG didn't, but at the same time, that Ember Spirit was pretty good, as in it had impact, it gave them a very nice early game, and it's clear that their Ember Spirit player is pretty good.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, to be honest, the Darkseer, when I think about it, like, I mean, this wall, except for this like really funny wall on top of the disruption to kill Sizu there on his Shadow Demon, the Darkseer didn't have too much impact on this game. Like, he did well in the offline and everything, but when I think about walls, there were like 1-2 wasted walls, another wall where he just got one guy into it, and then an all-out fight just getting one person into your wall. That is really lack of positioning, or he couldn't follow up with the vacuum, for example, for several reasons. Maybe CC, maybe timing, maybe BKBs, or the Brewmaster using ultimate. I don't know. Like, OslikG goes again with the Darkseer, and I really hope he's more successful this time.
Yeah, and obviously we do see some interesting bans at OslikG, with the Enchantress getting banned out. Maybe they know something we don't, but it's not really a hero you see banned out that often. Generally, you see instead the Chen banned out if any of those kind of, you know, creep-stealing heroes are picked up.
Yep, absolutely.
As we do also see that we're waiting for this the first pick of the second stage from OslikG, and this is actually going to be a pretty crucial pick, as it's going to initiate whatever the current strategy is, because right now they have a Darkseer, which he's an offlaner, but he fits in most lineups. He's got a very nice vacuum, got a very nice spike ion shell, and he's also got that wall. 3, you know, very good abilities regardless of what team you're in. The Shadow Demon also rather the same, a little bit more favored towards ganking, but this pick is going to be where they decide what the strategy is going to be.
Yep, absolutely. I don't know, against a Lycan I always like that you have like several stunner or something that holds him in place, that buys some time till shapeshift runs out, or you focus him down while he is in the shapeshift, but you need definitely stuns for it, like getting, yeah, if you don't have to, like, yeah, now with the Dream Protector, I mean, sure, yeah, you can protect towers and everything, but for example, things like Leech Seed, absolutely useless against him, and the same with Demonic Purge, for example, it just does not work, but, well, it's OslikG's way of, I don't know, countering it at the moment. Maybe they were just horrified by how often they had to go. I mean, they did probably tower damage equal to all of the towers, but like with the Dream Protector healing them all the way up, it was just incredible. I mean, in the end, they just managed to get the tier 1 towers, not even in the mid. Like 2 tier 1 towers was all OslikG got. No wait, in the mid he also went down. No, sorry, there was a team fight even around it. But so it was the tier 1 towers, but no tier 2 tower. I think Komi got one then in the end when they did all the split pushing stuff. But that's it. Like everything else was really long into the game, protected by the Dream Protector.
Now, we're definitely seeing this wombo combo coming out right now. As we've got the Vacuum, we've got the Overgrowth, and we've got the Kunkka. The Kunkka with his ghost ship, with that torrent, can do a huge amount of AoE damage if they're all, in that nice, neat circle that Darkseer plus Dream Protector can make happen.
Yeah, but it's a bit too situational for my taste, to be honest, because this requires like Dream Protector having either a nice position or a Blink Dagger, and yes, like Overgrowth, Darkseer, wall into a ship, Torrent. It is amazing combo, similar things we've already seen, and yes, it's just awesome to see, but hell, like this is it's like picking Void and expecting you always get a 5-man chrono. It's just not gonna happen. The same with Enigma and Black Hole or big RPs. Like this combo requires even several players to make that call, to make it happen. So well, I like it. If it happens, I'm gonna give like a big thumbs up and I'm gonna be very excited, but till then I'm not a big fan of Kunkka because he is falling back more and more, and all the Kunkkas I've seen so far, the only useful ones were in a support role, because there they are like similar to Shadow Demon, setting up some nice kills, of course not with a disruption but with the X-Mark, Torrent, and then the rest comes just from all the other people that, I don't know, contribute stuns, slows, and of course the necessary right clicks. Then he has the chance to, even as a support, get some decent damage up with the Tidebringer. In a, I don't know, in a carry role, the Kunkka, well, he has that one burst damage, but then again he also has so many heroes that just counter him, that will eat him between the Tidebringer. Like as such, he has no right click after the Tidebringer, I mean, on a single target now. You can really hope that the Kunkka just snowballs and then goes for like those massive crits into like a 5-man fight or something where everybody is in the correct angle. So I don't know, Kunkka is for me a bit too situational.
Now, it is worth noting right now that there is still an Invoker still left on the table. Oh no, there isn't. Never mind.
No, first
completely. Yeah, first ban. I will try waking up. Now, okay, so I was going to say that right now, Oslik Gaming, they do need some kind of right-click, single-target damage. Yes, the Kunkka is good when he gets, amazingly farmed, but at the same time, in that mid-game period, in that early game period, Oslik Gaming have got enough for CC, they've got enough team fight, they don't really have enough damage, though, to finish it off, and whatever carry or mid they're going to pick, because obviously Kunkka can be played mid.
Yep, absolutely, and I mean, TCN, like, so far we've seen quite some, well, I wouldn't say push setup yet, because I mean Master Up and Wards and a Lycan is not a complete push draft, but then again there's a lot of potential, of course, and maybe even more than like the Dream Protector can out-heal, for example. That's like the biggest problem, and the question is really the fifth pick matters a lot for both drafts, what direction it goes.
Because it is worth noting that Living Armor only stays for 7 ticks of damage, meaning that if that... Wow, we do see Weaver again picked up, as it looks like he's going to be in that carry position. Kunkka probably... Well, depending on what mid TCN pick up, you can play that Weaver mid. I have seen it done a few times, but generally you see that Weaver in that carry.
Happen. I don't think this is going to happen, but... Yeah, it's Kunkka mid and Weaver in a farming position. That because, I don't know, like the Weaver mid... Especially if you show it before TCN, then they will just count within the mid. But they hesitate what to pick mid. I mean, they have, like, in summary, like, what, 60 seconds still time to decide what they go for. More pushing or, like, something decent for the mid. As I said, the Invoker would fit now. Exode Invoker would actually be nice. Adds the Force Spirit as well. But the problem is there's no really setup. I mean, only the Shackle, Arrow into Sunstrike. For them, you have to hit them first, so... But Invoker is anyway not an option, so let's see what it is. Like, I have actually no idea. Like, TCN, because the last draft was a bit surprising already, and this one, as I said, it has a lot of potential when it comes to pushing with Lycan Shadow Shaman, but then again, on the other side we have the healing potential with the Dream Protector, and the Weaver, if he gets too farmed, then he will also outcarry a Lycan, and especially if he's held in place by a Kunkka, so he's forced into BKB, and look at it. It is a Rubik, so Mirana has to make the right clicks then in the end. So this is definitely getting interesting, that game. But we had something similar with TCN where I underestimated how fast they can go into something. And for all those who asked for score in the chat, luck between the two names, TCN has one game win in the best of 3. And we're gonna fast, really fast, introduce the people. Ciso is doing the same thing again, TPing to the tier 1 tower and planning a ward here, and he's playing the Rasta. Then on the other side we have
A pause.
yeah, the pause as well. Of course, no game without a pause. But Leon is playing on the Timbersaw. In the mid we have, of course, Arise on the Lycan, then Crit playing the Rubik, and last but not least, it's Quicks the standing.
In the meantime, on Oslik Gaming, well, they're currently 1 game behind. Need to make it to 1 more to tie it up. We do have Big Num being playing that Druid Protector, Judo playing the Darkseer, Show Me on the Kunkka, Invisitor on the Weaver, with Obi-Wan Banan on the Shadow Demon. That is
Obi-Wan Banan.
You are my only hope.
Oh, I love this name. I don't know why, but it's so, I don't know. I like to say it, Obi-Wan Banan. It's like, who gets the idea to be called Obi-Wan and adds banan behind it? It's like, no, that's why I love it. But not talking anymore about this name. I already mentioned it once, but now, oh, Ciso found by Inquisitor, so he can get some damage in. It's no Gemini attack, of course, but yeah, he also doesn't follow up. It's just some harass damage followed, of course, by, well, he used 1 Tango just to get here that Sentry Ward in position. So, oh, no, actually no, I think he shared this one. He didn't eat through. But either way, so they have side vision, of course, as well as, of course, the small camp blocked. And they really, I think they want to argue, like, maybe counter ward, the counter ward. So let's see. We saw something similar top happening in the last game. But yeah, so far everything is, how can I say it, like, so far all the teams I've casted, except for those today in the night at 1:30 and 4 AM, everything, really everything was so passive. Like, nobody was going for gank trains, no early smokes, no nothing. So Obi-Wan Banan is finding a nice little invisibility rune, and I don't know, I don't think it's dangerous for the Lycan, but there is, of course, the synergy between him going for the disruption into a torrent. But yeah, they have to be level 2 for that combination to make it actually work, and with a Tidebringer maybe making sure to get a kill. But Lycan, Arise is well aware of the fact that he has the invisibility rune, so that gives Kunkka, of course, the first some hits, the first some CS secured.
Yes, this is rather interesting laners. It's going to be whether Shadim is going to decide to stay here.
Yep. I don't know.
Because this combo does work. As in, this combo with that Disruptor and the Torrent means that Lycan has always got to be careful.
Yep, definitely. It's like he also put the first point into Torrent, which is like, yeah, was to be expected. So as soon as the disruption is coming out at level 2, they actually get quite a nice combination, which they can even spam. I mean, not spam as in do it like every couple seconds, but now they actually have here Judo being stunned after he was shackled, but now there is at least some heal coming out from the Leech Seed, and oh, the Dream Protector with same scenario, like pretty much like last game. So a huge truck hitting you, and he has an Iron Shell on top of it. So Quicks, he has no, it's too bad. He got blocked by the quick waves, but he had no leap whatsoever. So Big Num, if he would have followed up onto that tower without losing, of course, the distance to the Mirana by being blocked by the creep wave, that could have been a second kill right after. So nice being baited out here by Judo. Just not enough damage. Ciso was a bit too optimistic there with the, I don't know, with the shackle into the arrow.
Now it is worth noting that these lanes are actually pretty interesting. We've got a dual lane up here on top with the Darkseer, Jerry Dunn as a solo offlaner, going up with the Stream Protector, which does work rather nicely. We do see Shackle coming out, the arrow's also going to hit. He might go down. Yes, he will. Yep. Very nice kill there coming out from TCN, but Darkseer, he's also going to lose his life as well. Just a bit too aggressive coming out from both of them.
Easy double kill for Ciso here, so he gets the revenge for being the first blood. So in the end, I mean, the first blood, of course, is always a nice gold advantage, but well, getting a double kill in return is pretty much like, it's not 100% equal, but it almost equals the first blood amount.
As we do see on this lane, Rubik has kind of rotated over to try and help. Still on level 1 though, against this level 3 Kunkka and a level 2 Shadow Demon.
Yep, absolutely. And well, let's see. Now they're bigger here a bit for who's getting last hits and everything, but they do it quite successfully. Like the tree Darkseer combination is very strong. We saw it already in a couple of games where it was nicely played, beautifully executed, and well, let's see how this works out, because at the moment the Mirana is not too happy. I mean, she's 7-0 after 3 minutes, and the Darkseer is even ahead of her with 14, and even the tree, well, got already 3 denies, but wow, in the mid, they just got the Lycan down. I didn't even see that one coming. That was disruption into, yeah, into the torrent, I guess.
Actually, no, funnily enough, no, it wasn't. What we saw was that Lycan went a bit too aggressive and got torrented, completely blind, and then just got harassed down until disruption came in to finish it off with a soul catcher.
Yep, okay, that's also unexpected, but you were actually right at the start that they stay together in the mid, so I actually like it. Obi-Wan Banan supporting the Kunkka here. Like, the Kunkka alone against the Lycan can't really do much. I mean, the Lycan has to bring some regeneration, of course, just because of the Tidebringer, but that's pretty much it. But yeah, with Obi-Wan Banan there, then yeah, Lycan's farm will definitely suffer all the time. Like with Howl, he's trying to get some nice CS in there, here and there, but it's just not working out as he's planning to arise. He needs a lot more farm. At least he has the bottle now, but let's see. Even his wolves instantly hit by the Tidebringer.
Yeah, as in this Kunkka is actually working out pretty well, as the Shadow Demon can start rotating around. In the meantime, in this top lane, Darkseer and True Protector, even after giving up those first 2 kills, are doing a pretty good job. I think they are still ahead of their... Yes, they are the second and...
Yeah, in the mid, we have the disruption as well as the torrent, and it hits with the soul catcher. A lot of damage here, and he's just TPing out because he's afraid that there is just too much damage. Unfortunately, not a single point in X mark. That would... sorry. That would have been amazing. If he just had X-marked him like at the end of the TP. And now, oh my god, we have a slow here on Sisu, and there is a tree hitting him with the Iron Shell on top of it, and that is enough for a kill. This is the combination, which is horrible. Now Crit finding himself also in a very, very awkward position. Now he is telekinesis. No, it's not even telekinesis back, just lifted and like fallen down. He doesn't even stun the tree, but it's all good. I mean, this dual lane is just doing the job. Mirana's not farming as well. Sisu, well, died twice now, regardless of the double kill he got before, but pretty much now he lost the money of that. And yep, I always like it. Darkseer, Tree Protector is just a deadly combination in a dual lane. I
will say I haven't actually seen any competitive game being picked up, as in I've seen practically every combination picked up in the pub at some point, even the ones that don't work.
No, I've seen this combination, like I've seen it by Fnatic. Like also like similar stuff, like there's 2 really strong dual lanes, like if you want to play them, like is the IO Center for example, and the Darkseer Train Protector. It's not the first time I see this, like even by a lot of big teams picked up, but not that often, just when it actually fits into the draft. But now look, we have the same thing, and that's why it's so strong. Like they just go again, but this time he does not have enough mana, but still, like it's just the right clicks. It's alone the right clicks plus the Iron Shell, but this time he overstated his welcome there. Absolutely, he will go down eventually. Or will he? Nah, too bad. I mean, Nature's Skies was coming out. What I don't understand though is that, like usually when you see this combination played, the Darkseer is actually following up, but here the Darkseer is just giving him an Iron Shell and then says like, here, have fun with it, you know, get some kills, and he's just farming like he would be a carry. If he would be there and make sure that he searches himself or his ally, then it would be no problem at all. They would have even gotten the Sisu kill, maybe even gotten out with a surge, but he doesn't care. He just sends the tree in there and says like, hey, okay, do it. I'm farming here.
Did you see the Timbersaw has kind of rotated down to bottom. Rubik going up against this Weaver, not going to be the greatest matchup for that Rubik, meaning Weaver is going to be able to get pretty much continue his free farm. I think he's got something on the... Yeah, there is a Midas, 7 minutes in, and he's also got that to ring. Very nice pickup with the Weaver. Going to increase his farm and increase his levels.
Yep, absolutely. It's now all we have arrow, but it stuns our trade. Nothing else. So Bignum, well, he's still on the run. With the Howl, actually, the Mirana does quite some right click, hitting for over 120. But yeah, they get out, and now look, they have here stacks. A lot of stacks, and now he's waiting just for the next Tidebringer. Maybe even get the skeletons there. Yeah, look, So one more Tidebringer and the entire thing is cleared up. So the Kunkka really happy. There was the Tidebringer. Now 1-2 hits and he got an entire, I think that was a triple stack, but doesn't matter. Inquisitor is already shackled up here in the top tower. Sisu's rotation making it possible. So TCN at the moment taking the kill lead, but still in the mid I'm kind of worried about the Kunkka farm because he is really farmed. This is 1800 now, so I guess Claymore is the next step and into the Shadow Blade. That is, I mean, standard Kunkka build regardless of what.
And right now, it's worth noting right now at this point that because the Shadow Demon has done such a good job on middle and Kunkka can basically go 1v1 against his Lycan and win, as the Lycan is now only level 6 against a level 8 Kunkka, which is, you know, I did the math, it makes a sad face if you're Lycan.
Yeah, absolutely.
The Shadow Demon can now start rotating around. He can stop being annoying in the other lanes.
Yep, and we just saw a aggressive sentry ward, so they try to like force out the Weaver, which is kind of necessary because Inquisitor going absolutely greedy again. I mean, he's like having the Midas, so he really wants to farm and just in case like catch up. I don't know, Midas whatsoever. It doesn't really matter what it is, but oh my god, Sisu in trouble.
Yeah, we do see the Living Armor coming out as well as the Geminate attacks. The arrow is going to come out. Is it going to pop? No, it won't. It is going to miss, and that's going to be a very dead Shadow Shaman.
Yep, absolutely. That wasn't as planned. Like the duration of the shackle just too short. Quick stare, like with the arrow coming. But in the meantime, we have actually, yeah. Oh my god, the shapeshift Lycan following that judo. But now the surge is ready. Does he do it in the right direction? Oh, the Lycan is actually losing his shapeshift in just a couple seconds, and the Timber is absolutely out of mana, so they don't get it. The Darks here are already too tanky, and Big Gnome now also with the Iron Shell. Something you really don't want to stand against.
Some very nice stuff right there. As in those two heroes just working together with so much survivability, the Nature's Guise and the Living Armor being so hard to take down, as well as that Surge. It's a nice combo that's really just punishing this attempted two-man lane up here on top.
Yep, definitely. And, well, it's 4-4, 10 minutes. It's, I don't know. I will look the first time in the craft because, like, down to like gold and everything, I really have no idea who's leading, but I would say OslikG at the moment. So having a look at the gold craft, yes, like almost 3k they lead. This is also due to the fact that there is like these camps stacked here, which he's farming with a Tidebringer. Now level 4 Tidebringer, you can easily farm them, very fast farm them. When you look at the experience, well, it's not that much, it's 1500, but still, it is something. So in 10 minutes, OslikG, like they have the small advantage, which we by the way saw in the previous game as well, and still they lost.
But I will say that on this lineup, there's not quite...
That Rubik, you're so dead. Yeah, he actually stole the Chikuchi and tried to go away. The problem is Inquisitor, he had the same idea, go in the same direction, so in the end, he was just called one Gemini attack on a soul catcher target. Easy going.
Yeah, I will say though that on this TCN side, they don't quite have the same ability to just suddenly turn up into the game as they did in the previous one. On the previous matchup, as soon as they got those Blink Daggers, as soon as they got that Orchid, they basically just turned the entire game around. They don't really have that ability with this lineup.
Yeah, absolutely. And well, in the mid, Lycan is denying the tower, so that's a bit less gold, of course, for OslikG, but still, it is a tower down. It's also a very crucial tower. Now, Sisu, again with the shackle, but the arrow doesn't connect just from too far away. The swarm now on both targets. Inquisitor, he has no mana at the moment. That's really bad for the time lapse, but he doesn't even need it. He's just Chikuchiing away, forth and back. I mean, he swapped the PT, so actually he had the mana. Now, Crit having a problem, and he does not throw him up here to the Ancients or something. Now, oh my god, the Demonic Purge is actually coming out into the Chikuchi, but that's a wasted one. That's really a wasted one. So he's getting some damage, but in the end, he's out. And as long as he has a Weaver there, the Chikuchi is always good.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty nice, a very nice, in fact, escape there by the Rubik. Thinking faster than feet, stealing away that invisibility, and well, it is going to be 6-4 right now, but in favor of OslikG right now.
Yeah, absolutely. So OslikG at the moment just looking better than TCN, and we didn't have that, or we actually had something similar in the how can I say it, in the first game, but there we already saw that, like, with the next items and everything on TCN, a lot of things will change, like for example, like the plank dagger is coming out, but here we don't have that. Like, there is no huge impact item coming on TCN side. They have to get it all by just farm, but I just don't see how a Lycan will outcarry, for example, that Weaver or a Mirana. Like a Mirana, especially with her farm, it's not too great. I mean, she's standing there 12 minutes into the game with Aquila face boots. Actually, it's kind of okay because she also got like 1,300, 400 now on the bank, but the problem is they missed a lot of kills because they underestimate how long it takes for an arrow to travel. But yeah, the first Roshan try is out. Problem is they lost that tier 1 tower, so it's harder to rotate in there. Now here the Chikuchi race all the time, it's hilarious.
Yeah, we do see that Roshan is going to be taken out more than likely by this combo. This is a very nice comeback mechanic, so to say, by this Lycan.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, comeback mechanic, it's for Lycan, it's absolutely standard to just go for Roshan. There is, well, the funny thing is he's finishing up the medallion which he needed for the Roshan after the Roshan with the money he got from Roshan. But now Timbersaw, oh, but there's a nice arrow on Judo, and the Chakram will do so much damage. I don't know why he didn't leave the Chakram on there for quite a while. He removed the Chakram before Judo to actually get out. So Bignum, oh, he's also missing this one. So at least Judo is going down, but I think he could have gotten this easier. Why the Chakram would have dealt a lot of damage, but he wanted to save up some mana. In the end, it's just one kill on Bignum, like the lucky one. That last Chakram was just too short to get him.
And a double damage Tide Bringer. Always fun stuff.
Yeah, it's always fun, especially if you have that late game and you have the crit and everything. It's absolutely amazing. Yeah, you just obliterate an entire team if you have the right crit. Like guaranteed crit on top, like double damage, etc. Maybe some auras as well. That's why I like when the Kunkka, for example, also gets some percentage auras. Like someone can go full floods, you can have Alpha Wolf and all that shit. But oh my god, Inquisitor, he's getting to a point where like he's so hard to kill and he has so much gold. Like, what is the next he's going for? There is a courier coming. Oh my god, and this is the Shadow Plate for the Kunkka. So Kunkka done with the Shadow Plate, 1 point in X mark. So now it really gets interesting. But at the same time, well, TCN, they try to go for a tower, but of course now we have the same little funny thing. We have those living armor heals on the tower and rotations coming in by TCN. It's not by TCN, by OslikG, and it's not just a small rotation. This is 4 people protecting 1 tower, so it absolutely works. And on the other side, Inquisitor just split pushing, and alone, the Rubik alone can't do anything against it.
Yeah, as it is. That split push from the Weaver does mean that trying just 5-man down these towers with a brute force doesn't really work.
Yep, absolutely. And now we have a Moonlight Shadow, and this is for Inquisitor, but he's going back, but maybe they find Obi-Wan Banan. Unfortunately, this is not a dust. With a dust, they might have actually seen it, and there is a sentry, just in case. But Obi-Wan Banan in a very awkward position. He can't TP out, there's 30 seconds on his TP, but yeah, Inquisitor is just baiting them back. So maybe Obi-Wan Banan is gonna make that game. But Kunkka just got a tier 1 tower, and the Radiant structures now fortified. But oh my god, they go for it. The Overclock will interrupt it though. Inquisitor, he can use the time lapse now directly after the defensive disruption. So they try to get some burst damage in there. Bignum, oh, he's actually still getting damage through the fate time of Nature Sky. So in the end, it's a 1-1 trade. But the problem is the wards. The wards will actually do quite some damage. And there is the Chakram casted by Lion. He was looking for that kill on the Weaver. Won't find it though. Instead, like the Kunkka has been found by the Lycan. The Lycan has no ultimate whatsoever. That's the biggest problem. And there is the Dark Seer wall, but it's not a great one. The ship won't hit anything at all. So now let's see where we are going here. I mean, the Lycan, oh, the Lycan is just getting so much casual damage there. Oh, this arrow on Obi-Wan Banan, the Chakra will do so much damage there. As a small X mark, so he gets the kill on Judo. Double kill on him, and now with the Howl and the Wolves actually hitting, that's quite something. The Torrent just to protect him. In the meantime, Inquisitor, I don't know, Inquisitor, yeah, he made it back. He got quite some hits off the Lycan there.
As I feel right now, the positioning from those two supports, especially the Darkseer, was a little bit too greedy from them. Yes, the Shadow didn't mean to get hit by the arrow, but at the same time, I don't feel that the Darkseer should have got taken out there.
Yeah, it's the Darkseer could have gone back, and like after they got like this 5 seconds air stun, it was obvious that Lion is just gonna, or Leon is just gonna turn around with the chakram. That was an obvious kill, easy kill as well. I don't know why the Darkseer is stuck there. I think he wanted to do maybe something with a vacuum, but it comes down to OslikG having, and you said it in the draft, you were like, oh, what a wombo combo and everything, but it comes down to what I said already. The wombo combo did not work out at all. I mean, there was no vacuum, there was just a wall for one person. The ship didn't hit anything whatsoever, not even close. It was not even an inch close to hitting anyone. So as long as this doesn't work, then you can have all the crazy combos in the world, but you have to play it through, you have to execute it well, and they didn't do that.
Well, they didn't execute it at all, so to say, as in, this wasn't even a case that they didn't get the combo off. They didn't get any parts of the combo off in the slightest. They all basically missed.
But we have a smoke in the mid, and Obi-Wan Banan is getting searched to have initiation. And there's the boat. The boat, oh my god, yeah, he's so dead. When you get hit by a boat, it hurts.
It is worth noting that Lycan, that Aegis, is going to be taken away in 1 minute time. In 1 minute, he's going to lose that advantage.
Yep, absolutely. So if they fight, they might be one fight here. But oh, Ciso, he's putting up the must open wards in a nice position, and there is a boat flying, but it was by the Rubik. Unfortunately, not hitting anyone. So Bignum is getting out of here, but the arrow hitting again Judo, and there is an overcrow. But yep, Judo is definitely going down. So it's a 2-for-1 though, but yep. Absolutely worth it for OslikG. Like a little intermezzo fight. Inquisitor still fighting, even though he wanted to rotate in. But yeah, 2-for-1 trade. I guess it's okay. I mean, this fight was 1-for-1, but they got the timber for free before already without using any crazy spells. Like they didn't even have to use the Overgrowth. Just the ship combination was just fine.
It is worth noting right now that this Weaver is starting to get some pretty nice farm with that Midas just continually going up. Looks like he wants to pick up that Lincoln's ASAP. Lincoln's a very good pickup against the Shadow Shaman.
Yep, absolutely. Not just against the Shadow Shaman. Like there's a couple spells you really want to block. So yep, absolutely worth to go for. I don't know, Inquisitor. Like I'm looking really for options that. How could they kill him? But it's so hard. He's playing very defensive. But now actually we might see something happening. There is the ward, and the ship is coming. Oh, he's hacks, but running away. Now they just have to find him there. And there's the time lapse down. Unfortunately, they didn't stay around. Like there could have been the shackle. This is always something you have to expect. Like this is the same with the puck. Like if a puck goes for say it for the orb, like one stays at one end of the orb, the other one stays at the other end of the orb, just to make sure he doesn't use the orb to go somewhere. It's the same for time lapse. But yeah, in this case, nicely played by Inquisitor. And I think Sisu, you don't want to stand there. You don't want to be around this area because there are 4 people, and there is even some counter warding. And unfortunately, it hits even both of the sentries. So 100 gold for 200 gold.
As Chomi might go down right here, the ship is going to get used. It's not going to save him though.
I'm never really sure which ship that is because Crit actually stole it. But oh, Inquisitor, he's there, and now, my god, this arrow. But the Overgrowth is not helping him. There's no arrow unfortunately left. Do they have any vision? That's the problem. No, they do not. They do not have any vision. Oh, they do. No, he's directly next to a server ward. Sentry ward that was still standing there. And now what has the Rubik? Oh, the Rubik has Nature's Guys. Oh, well. But still, a triple kill for the Lycan here. He's really gonna be happy. That's some super nice gold influx. So he's ready for the next Roshan. And the Roshan is also soon ready for him. So there's not much on the timer left. So maybe pushing the tier 1 tower would be nice. The Treant is down, so no living armor. They have the cliff though.
Yes, and it is worth noting right now that basically those 2 wards there, the one placed here and the one placed here, basically got them 3 kills.
Yep, and we have Arrow searching for Chromie, but they won't find it. And there is the Lycan, but it just didn't work out. Nope, there's a Torrent. But yeah, he's TPing out. Everybody's pretty much getting out. This was not a good timing. Like, the X marked the spot, only level 2. No, they deny the tower. But again, the same situation that, like, the team tries to deny a tower, but the living armor is coming. So, that's pretty funny to watch. Oh my god, the Necros actually tried to sneak the tower, but yeah, getting healed up already. But TCN in the mid already applying pressure, and the cliff this time is out. There's no way they can actually get that done. But is there a deny attempt? He's still saving it with... Oh my god, but now the Chakram doing quite some damage. The Rubik actually getting the last hit on this one. Now, is there anything else coming? No, Rubik coming out, but in the mid, we already have to fight Inquisitor going down, but Sisu has the Demonic Purge, as well as the Poison. There's the ship, but again, the ship is absolutely a fail boat. So now Obi-Wan Banan in trouble. Of course, there's a lot of damage. Whirling Death still on cooldown, but again, Chakram are all free. Whirling Death, come on, Obi-Wan now still protected. There's the disruption, and oh my god, Judo also down with a wall that did pretty much nothing, and yeah, 2 down of OslikG. It feels like a big throw at the moment to me.
Yes, I would actually say that. I was going to say that this is so far, don't get me wrong, TCN are playing well, but this is not TCN winning this game. This is OslikG losing it.
Yep, absolutely.
As they were way ahead. They were way in favor, and it's mostly been a mixture of all of those key ultimates being missed entirely. This isn't even a case of they've been hit, but, you know, not using combos, just simply missing all their big spells, and also that Weaver running in when he knows the opposing team is buying up sentries.
Yeah, absolutely. It just doesn't work out. It's exactly what I said in the draft. Like, it requires a lot, like, spot-on execution to bring everything aligned here. And the biggest problem they have is they don't get aligned. I mean, the boat is pretty much a fail boat, 50-50 at the moment. Like, the amount he hit with it, the amount he did something useful with it is really 50-50 at the moment at best. And also the Darkseer wall, like, it's just not common. Like, also he died without giving team Mac, etc. The positioning plays a role there. So like this fight's drawing in different directions, and then like people are just dying off here and there. It just doesn't work out at all. Now we have a sentry here in the mid, which is of course good against the Nature's guys off the tree, but I think they try at least a split push. Sisu at least tries the Mirana. Okay, just going for the small camp, also good, but what is the next step here? I mean, they have to completely hope for the Weaver, but the Weaver, I don't know how long is he working for that Lincoln's now, but it is quite a while, so he's still not finished it soon. I think with this creep wave he got it. Nevertheless, it's not working for OslikG, and we have to look at the crafts, make this, yeah, somewhat of a representing thing, and there we have it. Oh, there's an arrow. This is super long on the Conca, but yeah, there's no follow-up whatsoever. Now looking at the gold, well, the gold came back now. OslikG, they had the lead all the time, but now TCN just conquered that, and yeah, I already showed the experience graph there. It's even worse. So TCN, they took over the game. 25 minutes in, we can pretty much talk about OslikG like throwing everything away they had before.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a shame, so to say, as in they can still bring this back. This game is not over by any stretch of the imagination. They just need to execute better. Because at the moment, they've got the heroes, they've got the items, they just need to start hitting their skills, and for the Weaver to play a little bit less aggressive with all these sentry walls being around, at least before he gets his Lincolns up, which he has actually managed to pick up just now.
Yeah, absolutely. It's, well, let's see how it goes. I mean, we have to see what OslikG plans next. I mean, the problem is they're under pressure, and they're the Massive Awards, like talking about pressure, there it is. Massive Awards will pretty much take care of this tower. I don't think they can clear this, especially with the Necro units doing their damage as well. Living Armor would be ready, but yeah, Kunkka just does the best in this situation, and yeah, just gets pretty much the deny on the tower. Now the Judo chasing the Necro units, but they are already level 3. So Inquisitor like farming here in the enemy jungle, and there is, now that the smoke is revealed, oh, they know it. Now they have the vision. There it is. And there is even a torrent stolen by the Rubik. So does he get the time lapse? Yeah, he actually gets the time lapse. So they have to chase him. There are daggers on him. So like if they have the vision, yes, they should have. So the next Hex is ready soon. There's the Hex, but it doesn't really slow him. But the next Shackle, well, he doesn't have mana for the next Shackle. That's of course very unfortunate. But now the telekinesis, it took them a while, but in the end, long battle, and just for one little bug.
Yes, he did do a good job surviving there, but at the same time, that is still the carry. As in, apart from Akunku, who's currently still the highest farmer in the game right now, with that Shadow Blade, Drums, and BKB. Apart from him, Weaver's their secondary core, and he can't be going down.
Yeah, absolutely not. It's... I don't know, Kunkka picked up, by the way, a BKB. It's a 10-second one. It's relatively fresh. He picked it up like 2 minutes ago. I mean, I like that the BKB is common and everything, but to be honest, like, the Lycan, for example, Mirana right-clicking, they don't care. Like, they will just chew for the Kunkka, and if the Kunkka keeps missing his boats and torrents and X-marks, whatnot, then there's not much to do. The only thing he's pretty much safe from is really, like, the telekinesis, hacks, and shackle, so... I don't know if the BKB was really the best thing to do, like... Because on top of that, he's also lacking a lot of damage. I mean, level 4 Tidebringer doesn't kill heroes alone. But now, Judo and a Tidebringer here, they are in a very awkward position. And Ciso just TP'd in, but there will be a Torrent. But the Torrent will be off target. But the boat this time will hit Ciso. So Ciso definitely going down. But the arrow directly into Komi, who just got the surge. But, wow, okay. They don't want to go for it. There is a little vacuum, and oh my god, X-Mark the spot. So Inquisitor with double Iron Shell as well as... Oh my goodness. That was a nice combination. Even the wall has been used there. So in the end... Well, I think, yeah, the Lycan tried to get the tower here, but now there's a rotation, but Komi being super low. Like, I don't know why he rotated in there. That was really just in case. Now, Crit's actually having, of course, a bit trouble, but he has Chikuchi, and therefore, that's an easy go. Is he the gem carrier? Yeah, he's the gem carrier, and yeah, he's just giving vision to the creeps, so the creeps will kill the sentry ward. That's all good. And now, Big Gnome, oh my god, Big Gnome in trouble. He needs vision, but now he's... it's too bad. He's bringing the wolves back, and wolves actually... Judo coming in. No, they don't get anything, but in the meantime, they try to go on Inquisitor, but yeah, time-lapse, easy going. So, it's just a 4 from back at the moment. It really feels like no team wants to fully commit. It's the same like the Timbersaw. Like, to be honest, I thought after the stun on the Kunkka, he goes in with Chakram and all the burst damage in the world, but he wanted to go back, and in the end, he dies nevertheless, so I think that was kind of a misjudgment. But, well, we have to go here on Crit, and this time they have a sentry ward. If he goes to the left, there might be a chance that he dies, but no. This is now a gem fed away. The gem is ending up on the Shadow Demon. So talking about throws and talking about taking over the game, at the moment it feels like OslikG is almost back to it. Like, gem conquered, like the fight stage has had, not bad.
Yeah, but you also see that the Weaver is starting to re-get his farm back up. Although he has dropped off a little bit ever since he picked up that Lincoln's. Just hasn't been able to find the space he needs. He's going to get initiated onto. That level 3 means he's going to get caught up, but this is going to be a very dead Weaver.
Yep, he's really dead. And, I mean, oh, there is a boat coming, and it hits Ciso like a nice boat. And Lycan is trying to TP out, but there's the disruption because they don't have enough damage. And, well, he comes back directly after the purge is ticking. So, easy going. Obi-Wan Banan, like, getting a nominating streak, but after he already got the gem. And, wow, Judo, that was a good TP. But there is another TP actually incoming. It is Big Gnome, but yeah, Timber Chain to safety. But still, like, I mean, that Ciso going down and the Lycan on top of it, that was, I guess, not as they planned it. And that all for the price of a Weaver. A Weaver who, by the way, bought before. Like, he just bought a Mithril Hammer before, so all he did was, like, losing 200 gold. That's pretty much it. Now, do we have an arrow scouting for... He's running directly into the arrow now. Chakram is ticking forever on him, and... yeah, down is the Darkseer. But that arrow, like, that was really nice. Like, he was predicting where the next last hit is, and then was aiming for it, and Judo had no idea what's hitting him. Really nice. That was almost 5 seconds. That was really long range arrow.
As you see right now that TCN are farming their opponent's jungle a little bit aggressive, maybe if they are spotted out. But at the same time, it is worth noting right now there's only one ward on the map for OslikG, which is up here in this top rune.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not much vision they have. I mean, due to the fact that the gem used to be on TCN's side, and even now that they have the gem, they can't go to the positions where the wards are, especially not Obi-Wan Banan. He is also not having any crazy mobility, but there is a nice arrow again on the Kunkka. The Chakram is actually ticking for quite a while, but he's getting healed up, and now there's still maybe even an initiation. At least the Tidebringer is hitting, but at top we have a fight here. Inquisitor versus Ciso, and Oh, Sisu, you don't want to be there. But there's an arrow. The arrow connecting actually on the Weaver, and Weaver is just going down. And there has been BOTs, but with the units, with the Necro units, like no chance that Bignum runs away. In the end, Obi-Wan, Banana, and Judo wanted to rotate in, but they can't really do anything there. So, I don't know. Sisu going down for the price of 2, and considering the Weaver is a core, and the core they all rely on, so absolutely worth that trade, especially if they get now this tower, and I think they will, because Cliff is down, the units have Howl, but they're not committing at the moment. Okay, there is an arrow, but this time it stuns the creep. The creep throwing his life in the way of the Kunkka, so it's all good.
Yeah, and we do see right now though that the Lycan, he is one of those heroes that if he starts to get a stupid amount of farm on him, he can 1v5 teams. He is going for that pushing lineup and now going towards that BKB.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the BKB would grant him a bit, like, yeah, the ability to dive even a tower, because he doesn't have to fear that he suddenly ends up being somewhat disrupted and then, I don't know, coming back into a torrent boat, which is like a really lockdown combination. So yeah, this BKB is the best thing. Also against like all these catches with X mark the spot, etc. So I definitely like it. So let's see. I mean, it's 15, 19, 33 minutes. It's pretty much 10 minutes after the last time I showed a graph. And like, let's see, we have still 5k lead for TCN. And when it comes to the gold, we have an absolute flat line. So this game is so open as it used to be pretty much at minute 1. So, I don't know, like, Weaver, his farm, I actually thought he's gonna go for the Desolator, but he's going for a BKB. I don't like.
No, I feel that's a little bit too much survivability he's trying to do, as the Lincoln Sphere will remove the majority of the damage, of the magic damage on the side of TCN.
Yeah, no, it's just the fact that, I don't know, at some point they need damage, and at the moment they don't have damage. I mean, the Kunkka is now having a Daedalus, which is awesome, because like a crit now in a team fight, that's very crucial. But the Weaver, I thought he really needs a bit more damage. But then again, if everything's coming from the Kunkka, and the Kunkka is really making nice effort into it, then sure, why not? But first of all, I think they want to defend this tower. But look, Crit just lost. He just lost a third of his HP just by this Tidebringer. I think this was even a non-crit one. An Inquisitor directly coming by a Sentry Ward. They are all 5 here. Yep, they are dewarding, and now they're just going back. So TCN, they're well aware of the situation, that it's not looking that good for them anymore, and I don't know, they have to do something though. They have to finish this. I think Roshan might be the next project. He is up. Yep, he is up now. Then again, OslikG, they're in a situation where they contest. I'm pretty sure they can contest. There's now the BKB on the Lycan. That's of course an important item. The courier just brought it, and I think now he's heading back to Roshan.
It is worth noting right now that the Roshan does also have that cheese on him, meaning whoever picks him up is going to get basically 2 lives, as we do see this mid aggression going on. And
oh, but this time this boat. Oh, this is gonna hurt. There's 2 down already, but the Lycan at least using his newly acquired BKB, so he's actually getting out of it. But still, like a 3 for the 2 supports, not a really worth a trade. Arise still trying, like before even the dust settles of the fight, he's going for that Roshan. But yeah, they are going to check it, so it's the right thing to do, not to go into that Roshan. Like, but the problem is they have a gem. I think he even got a Tidebringer hit there. So in the end, Inquisitor already working on a tower, and the Kunkka and the Shadow Demon just making sure that they don't go for a sneaky Roshan at the same time.
We can see this middle tower going to start getting pushed in, and the arrow is going to rain out, missing everyone in the face. almost dodging Judo. Just taking creep out instead. Just getting denied those little things. The deny coming out. And right now, I would say OslikG is way ahead in terms of momentum, as they are just basically running around in their enemy's jungle and taking out towers left, right, and center.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think TCN have enough momentum left that they can actually turn this around. But we already saw TCN turning a lot of fights. But now, there is the X mark. Sorry, for the Lycan. But the boat actually connects, but he still has the BKB, which is now used. Where's the wall? The wall still on cooldown. Now they chew through it, the defensive disruption, so Lycan has to go out, because no, he is brought down by the Inquisitor here. And now the Overgrowth holding Timber in place at the Shark. Well, a lot of damage. The arrow is not connecting to anything, and the problem is also Quick's not doing any damage whatsoever. Also Sisu, look at Sisu's HP, he has to go out. So this tier 2 tower is pretty much lost, and all that they even lost the Lycan. It's I don't know. At least they get the deny on the tower. This is just like a small upside. In the end, I think OslikG got the momentum they need. The damage on the Kunkka is just getting huge, and of course the Weaver, well, Weaver has the BKB done now. Another Mithril Hammer, so finally we see the Desolator coming out.
As we do actually see right now that, surprisingly enough, that BKB did actually work out for the Weaver in that fight. He popped his Lincolns, then popped the BKB, and that BKB basically allowed him to just get the right-click damage on the Wolf, and there was nothing they could do about it.
Yeah, the problem is, like, even after the BKB, or like before the BKB, he just got so much damage even from the Weaver. Like, overall, he had no chance to get any life back because he was just... oh, Judo getting a lot of damage actually now that the Chakram is being cast. So, Sisu, there's a Sentry Ward, okay. They want to secure that Roshan, which is probably the best idea they can do. Roshan is like on, what, 70% HP, and we have also a Cheese Roshan, so this is the third one. And TCN definitely wants to secure it, but I'm not quite sure if OslikG wants to compete. It looks like it, but then again, we have Judo going back. We have Komi going back, no BOTs, so no, this Roshan will definitely go to TCN unless they somehow miraculously get a 3-on-5 here done. Because TCN completely, look at this, they build a fortress around this. And now Kunkka just getting a Assault Cuirass, jeez.
Weaver might want to go try and, as he is going to get spotted out there though, going to realise that he can't go Freitas.
Oh, there's a wall, but this is just a small harass wall, like they're all standing in it. The swarm is going on so many targets, and Inquisitor just putting up the BKB, the arrow directly flying into it. I don't know what Quick's thought there, but so they get one kill, they get a second one, and all that just for ages. I mean, it's for the uphill battle when they try to break high ground, but still, that was not really worth it. A Roshan for 2 support deaths, and now OslikG back in mid. And I think they are ready to break high ground. We are going into a third game here. It looks at the moment like it. But TCN, of course, they fought well in the first game. Let's see how they do it here now. Cliff is out. And, well, Kunkka. Yeah, there we go. The X-Mark, Torrent, everything's coming out. But it's just harass. He's not going in. He's not committing. But Inquisitor, he's going all out. He has, like, the illusions. The arrow is not going for anything. The tower is pretty much down, and now it's just a matter of time. I mean, the problem is Quicks doesn't have anything, and oh my god, the vacuum boat again, another super fail, but it doesn't matter because the Rex is down. Like, they don't do anything but focusing on that. Oh, nice overgrowth on so many. Now Komi in the Shadow Blight. Come on, don't tell me he's actually getting away. Oh, he's going for a huge crit there. So in the end, at least they get the Kunkka. That's all it was. Like, really, a Kunkka for a set of racks, or not even. It wasn't a set. I mean, the range rack still stands with 200, but who cares about range racks?
Right now we do see that TCN, they are trying to counter push right now, trying to make something work. But at the same time, all OslikG need to do is just sit back for 50 seconds, play super defensive with this very defensive lineup they have, and effectively wait for the Kunkka to come back up.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they're trying something now here. I don't know if that smoke was spotted out. Inquisitor doesn't really care. He already goes for a split push. And I mean, the problem is OslikG, they have everything available. They have the Cliff available. Kunkka, well, he doesn't have a buyback, so of course there is some pressure. There is actually the Mass Serpent wards, but let's see, with a nice arrow and everything, maybe we can see something. But there is, first of all, there is a disruption on the Lycan, and the illusion's actually helping killing the Mass Serpent ward. So this tower is just gonna get like 50% damage, and the living armor is taking care of the rest. And while all this is happening, the Cliff wasn't even used. The Kunkka is coming back in 5 seconds, so TCN, they have to abort this mission. This is not working out as planned. But I wonder what they want to do. That's the problem. If they don't get high ground now, it's not gonna get better from this point on.
I suppose they do have that Lycan ability to carry still, but I will say that this Weaver and Kunkka is starting to get a little bit out of control compared to the Lycan. In fact, the Lycan isn't even in the top 5 farmers in the game right now.
Yeah, that's the problem. Lycan's farm is you can pretty much forget it. I mean, he's having like a standard Lycan build, which he should have like, what, 50 minutes ago. Like, I don't know, there's not even an Abyssal Plate or anything coming to lock down the Weaver, for example. Like anything, or even the Kunkka. Like Abyssal Plate is so needed against the Kunkka, for example, when he really is in the BKB standstill. Because the Kunkka as such, the Kunkka is not tanky. I mean, now of course with the Assault Cuirass he got quite some armor gained. I mean, 5 of that will be negated by the medallion, but still, you can shoot easily through a Kunkka, especially with all the units and empowerment around you. But yeah, I think we're gonna see soon the end of this game, like as Leon is gonna get spotted out. If there's an X mark on him, he's pretty much dead. Also Judo having so much farm at the moment with the Shivas. So it's pretty much the last high ground battle. I think if they break this, then we're gonna have like a bad outcome. But there's a defensive disruption on the Weaver. It actually helps them as well to go on the tower, as the Assault Cuirass and the Desolator is already applied to the tower. So look at the damage just coming out by the illusions. This is just illusions and Carti the catapult.
As we are seeing this high ground attempt coming out, and well, Weaver is going to get disrupted up, going to use those illusions to do even more damage.
Yeah, and now hell breaks loose. Everything has been popped. I mean, no ship, but this wall. The wall is just nuts. But the Lycan is trying to chew through something, but he's going down, and I think, yeah, Timber will follow him up. I mean, Quix is still there, but now he's in a torrent down as well, and the Moonlight Shadow, I don't know if it's gonna protect line here. Yeah, there comes Caesar decides we go for a GG, and that means we go into a game number 3, OslikG versus TCN. Like, I didn't see this coming because I thought TCN looked quite solid in the game, but then they gave too much away and OslikG kept themselves. It's funny because like OslikG started well, TCN got the lead, then OslikG got the lead again, and then finally they got through with it. I mean, which was the sort of logical consequence, because if you have this lineup and the Mirana not being that strong, I mean, all she got is a Mjolnir's. And the entire game, 43 minutes, a Mjolnir's and a BKB. That's all she got. I don't know. That's just not enough. She needed at least crit or anything else. But it doesn't matter. Game number 3 will decide who's going further here into the semifinals. So hang in there, guys. 2 minutes pause, some ads and music. Be right back.